parents of transgender children, I hear you. I feel for you because I am you. I am raising a transgender son. He is now 15 and almost 16, and we've been on this journey for almost 5 years. And I want to share with you, as the parent of a child who you may be suspecting is transgender or came out to you as non-binary, I want to share with you as a parent to another parent what's ahead of you on this path. What I wanted to hear when my son came out to me as transgender, what I wanted to find online when I went on my frenzied Google search and YouTube video search. I wanted to know that my kid is going to be okay. I was afraid. I'm sure you are afraid. I am sure that you're afraid that your kid will be bullied for being who they are. I'm sure that you are also afraid of all of the changes that are going to happen. That fear is founded. It's not just, sometimes we hear of these fears that are just unfounded, but there are things to be afraid of when your child is transgender, but it's not the only consideration. There, sometimes on the news and in blogs and online, we hear of the worst case scenario. Very rare is there a newscast that talks about all of the good things that have happened. And there are so many good things that happen with raising a transgender child. So I want to acknowledge that you may be feeling fear. I felt fear. Actually, I'll tell you the story. When my son came out to me as transgender, he was 11. He was assigned female at birth. He was 11 years old and wrote in a diary, in a journal that we shared, that the words that he used were, I want to take the testosterone that transgender people take. That's how he came out to me. I think that essentially what he felt was uncomfortable performing as a feminine performance, that we all perform our gender. You know, when I put on makeup and I dress up and I wear my hair long, this is how I show my femininity, and it is what makes me comfortable because that's who I am. And with a transgender child, they're showing you what makes them comfortable. So that's how my son came out to me, and I was terrified. I was shocked. Even though they're, 20/20 hind vision, I can see all kinds of things that were there that I had missed. But I folded up the journal and I put it under my pillow and I didn't address it. For months. It took a long time for me to tell my husband about it. It took a long time for us to talk to our son about it. And a long time for us to be comfortable with coming out to everyone in the whole wide world. But we do now. We do now in service of others. So, dear parents, I want you to know that life gets better. And although you may be overwhelmed with a whole bunch of emotions right now, you may be going through a period of questioning and denial, and how can I trust a child to know? And how can I go through with all of these changes, and what will other people think, and will my child be safe? It's normal to have all of these questions going through your mind. One thing that you need to do is find support for you as a parent, because your child needs support. Your child needs you to be there for them and to help them through all of the situations that they're going to have to rehearse how to tell the teacher. They're going to have to figure out if this is just gender expression, meaning that they want to change how they dress and act and speak and in terms of expressing their gender, or if they have body dysmorphia and actually need to have a physical change. Not all transgender people need to go through a physical change. And it's very important to know that your transgender child will not be going through surgery at 5. These are some misconceptions that are out there in the world. But dear parents, dear parents of transgender children, you need to take care of yourself. This is a journey. Your whole family is transitioning. Your whole family is going through a big change. So you want to have support. Over the next little while, I will be sharing videos that will dive deeper into different topics, such as who do you tell and when do you tell, and what is tucking and binding, and at what age should you start considering different changes for your child or your teen or your young adult. There are different considerations for all of these things. But in the meantime, I want you to put yourself first, because just like they say, you can't put your oxygen mask on first so that you can help the person beside you. If you're not breathing any oxygen, you're of no help to your child. You're going to have to deal with some emotions that you do not need to put onto your child. You're going to have questions about terminology and what's next, and doubts, and things that you need to unpack. You need to do that away from your child with a safe professional or friend. Sometimes spouses aren't on the same page at the same time, and it doesn't mean that they're not both accepting and affirming of their child. They're just in a different way of dealing with things and in a different place. So find that person that you need to have as a support to help you, because you are in for a ride. And you know what? It's a good ride. There are challenges. There's some obstacles that you have to get through, but there's a happy ending to our story. My son is healthy, happy. We are very well connected together as a family, and we've made it through what we thought was going to be a lot of a tumultuous time, but we made it through. It wasn't always easy. There were some times that we had some roadblocks, and I will discuss those as we go along. But dear parents of transgender children, you've been given a gift, and you may not know yet that it's a gift, but it is. And I am going to love helping you over the next few videos embrace your gift and move forward in finding your happy ending.